So now we're back again, and what I did was cleaned it up. I round everything off. I blended stuff right, I took off this hard edge towards the face of the cat. Okay, so there's definitely like a big V cut. You just want to get rid of all the hard edges everywhere. Like back here I should do a little bit more. But I also finished up doing the tassel to what I wanted. So what I'll do is I'll do one more. When you get it to the size that you want to do one more swing around here like this. Okay. And then you're going to take it, well, that should go a little bit deeper. Okay. Then you want to do a little bit of an angle underneath. So we want to make that tassel round. You can either slice it like this, or you can do little pieces out like I just did there. Okay? All the way around. So it should look like it's going in a little bit, okay? If I do it up against the dark background there, you can see, alright? So that's what we want. Then we go up here and we take this hard edge off. We just take a nice big chunk out. Alright? See how it's coming? Now see there's a hard edge here, and here. So what you do is just kind of blend it together a little bit. Just go on the top of the first, like the top one that we cut off. Go all the way around. And then just do the next one. And then also the bottom one. So what you're just doing is making it round. That's it. You're just taking your time doing it. Alright? So when you're done, it should look like it's going in a little bit. And if it doesn't, you just take a little bit more off underneath here. You just want to make it look round. That's all. That's a little flat. Some of mine are flatter than others. You can make it as big as you want or as wide as you want. Okay? So, there you go. So that's our tassel. Alright? Now, is it leaning as much as that one? Not really, but it's leaning that way. Alright? So now I drew on the second thing we're going to work on is the brim of the hat. So the brim of the hat, you have to kind of follow the outline of the outside of the hat when you go around. Alright, so you go all the way around, and I'm going to mark this again because when it's a little wet, it's hard to do. So I take my little 4.5 V tool, and what this is just a wrap. This just helps it from slipping. And then I just take a nice little size out. Go all the way around, a little section at a time. Try to keep your hand away. I usually try to keep my hand underneath it. I'm sorry. I try to keep my hand underneath it. So go all the way around. Let me pop this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Alright, when I have that one in, what I do oftentimes, and this keeps sometimes this helps with the paint bleeding from one to the other. So this is going to be white and that's going to be red. I just take it from the brim side, the same angle, and I go around and I just score it, or make another stop cut all the way around. Just like so. A little bit deeper. Alright, and then I come back up this way and I just start trimming this off a little bit all the way around. And then once I get this all cut out, then I take that other hard edge off, this hard edge off, and I just round things up. Okay? That's it. See, and then when I get this, I just kind of round it off. but I go all the way around it. Now, the cats can be any color you want. I like them black and white. I think it makes it really stand out nicely. But I had a lot of orders for different color cats. I did a gray cat. I did a calico cat. I did red and white and all red. So to match people's cats that they had. And not that I wanted to do that, but I never thought of doing that. So I was just going to make the one cat and that was it. Well, it's like dogs. You know, people have so many different types of dogs, and I've had a lot of questions whether I could do dogs that way. See how I have this rounded off now? Especially here, you want to make sure you have a nice sharp knife to round that off nice, okay? And see this here, you want to clean all that up towards the bottom of that. Kind of make it even and kind of round everything up to that if you can, okay? So, just like so, what I'm doing here. Alright, good. Alright, so the ear is done for the most part. The face is done for the most part. Now see this hard edge here, this little square piece? We're just going to go ahead and cut this out as well. Okay? There we go. We're going to round that off. I don't like any hard edges, any square edges. You want to make sure you get rid of them. You want to make sure you get rid of all your rough patches where your bandsaw was. Because when you go to paint it, it's going to be darker. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Okay. So I'm going to fuss with this a little bit more offline, but you get the idea. Just go around and take all those hard edges off. And hard edges, I mean square edges. Okay, so the hat's done for now. And the body's pretty well done, or I mean the face is pretty well done. So it's just a matter of putting the hair on it, the fur, and what I usually do here is I go up and I just get rid of all this. And it really helps to have a good sharp knife to do this, folks. If you don't have a good sharp knife, it can be a very frustrating adventure. Now this is a little bit too not flat enough for me, so I'm going to cut some of this off and bring it down a little bit more, because their heads are a little bit flat on the back. Alright, I'll be right back.